Yeah, I want to hear the cold diss on Drake's album.
Never.
It might be a little shade.
It might be something in there, bro.
You gonna diss him?
Yes.
Who catching more disses? Drake, Cole or Braun?
Oh, that's interesting.
Braun by far.
You think he mentions Brian?
What? Yes.
Drake.
All right. Now, the boy Drake has been doing a lot of advertisement and promo for the ICEMAN album recently. In Toronto, he got a whole bunch of ice blocks, and he made his fans melt the ice so they could find out the release date of ICEMAN. And so, of course, we got to see what the Joe Budden podcast has to say about that. You better like the video. You better subscribe. Let's get it.
Where do y'all want to start? Come on. Where do y'all want to start?
You know where I
I
wanna
see
start.
the excitement all over Ish face. We tossing it. Again.
Yeah.
We tossing it right to our man.
Your man's
It's
ready.
cold outside,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Getting ready.
You got the sledgehammer. You got your jackhammer ready.
Hey, we going out there.
Blowtorch, something.
Flamethrower. You need a lighter or something. Blow dryer. What's up?
Heating pad, something.
Picture that, nigga.
He probably already knows.
Rock
the date.
salt.
What's the date?
Just tell us. I know they told you.
Who's they?
OVO.
Yo, get the fuck out of my face.
You ain't see that? You ain't see Drake's announcement?
I saw the bunch of ice cubes.
He's in the big cold ass room saying that the release date
Is in the ice.
is inside the ice.
Oh, I ain't see. I thought that shit was outside.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
so what you talking about?
But he announced it. He told why the
This
ice was
nigga
there.
just be in his car on AM radio chilling.
No,
He
nigga,
looked at the old white man and
I
he
seen a whole bunch of ice cubes outside. I ain't see him in no
All right,
room.
all right, we gonna hold
I
you
think
down.
it's creative. It's cool.
We go hold you down, big dog. So Drake put a bunch of ice cubes in fucking Toronto. It's a lot of them. Word is that the release date is in there or under there or some shit, and I like it.
I think it's
creative.
It's
I do like it.
creative
It's
as
different.
shit. Yeah, it's creative.
It's
as shit.
different.
I don't know if I believe that the release date is hidden in there, but maybe.
No, I think the release date might be written on the ground or something, and when all that shit melt, you'll be able to see it from an aerial shot or some shit.
That's
I feel like-
exactly why I wanted to fly over that shit, put palm olive all over that ice. Just wash the date away, and the nigga just sitting there looking stupid
That's hate.
for nothing. That's just funny.
I would do it too.
If somebody put a block
But it's
up,
hate.
and I had all these ideas before the Toronto niggas went over there, but I'm like, yo, somebody's just gonna come over there, heat shit up.
Some rock salt.
fucking-
Yeah, fuck it.
That's what they want you to do.
That's what they want you to do.
You know, I know. Which is part of the reason why I do like it.
Drake dropping Friday. Drake
You think so?
That ice ain't gonna
Probably.
be done by Friday.
He ain't dropping Friday.
It's a little colder
You
up
got,
there.
you got the hype for this fucked up too. I think they'll have that shit done
Man,
today. if
Drake
they
will
want it.
fuck around and pay some niggas out there with some torches and make it seem like it was some fanfare. That shit getting melted, nigga.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the
he
fans
could
do
it
it.
was
You don't
fans.
have to pay the fans.
I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but them fans was a little off.
I hope it's not this Friday because I don't want nobody stepping on Kalani's this Friday, right? No, I'm not saying he got to worry about Kalani. I'm saying for me as a fan.
Why you such a bitch, man?
Nigga, you done played 18 versions of Folded up here and you talking about I'm a bitch. I only know the song
I don't know when our album dropped.
Oh,
Nigga.
sorry.
I'm a thug. When I see it in my phone, I'll pick it
Oh
up.
shit, we is lit.
I don't think that I don't think that album is coming. But I'm totally wrong because I was saying that I don't think it'll be here this summer. I was absolutely wrong about that. They're shooting videos. They're blowing shit up in Toronto. He got ice over there. He done told all his internet streamer loser niggas that, yo, get ready, it's coming, it's time now, press the button, or whatever the fuck he's saying. So
what's your guess now based on all the information? Would you say 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I'm thinking 2 weeks.
Memorial Day weekend.
I was just, you took
Because
the words out of my mouth.
it may take 6 to 10 days for the ice to melt completely. If he's the
Get in your science bag. Come on.
Yeah,
At
it
the
may
temperature
take
that Toronto is currently at, it will take approximately.
Ice freezes that.
fucking chill 9. Look at you.
No, I'm just saying.
Nigga,
So
skip that.
What temperature do ice melt at?
say it again.
What temperature does ice
I don't
melt
know.
at?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what temperature ice melts at. You know what I'm saying? But it may take 6 to 10 days for the ice to melt. Keep it on that.
Fine.
That's oddly specific. but okay.
Right. That's what made me ask you that, but yeah.
That's a good guess. Whatever y'all say, Memorial Day.
I think
think
sooner.
it- yeah.
I think sooner. I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yeah, I don't think he would.
with no single.
I think not. I don't
Think
think
you
he
gonna
need
do
one.
this?
I don't think he needs one either.
Drake don't need
Yeah.
shit.
Not after what happened
Why
with
he
him.
need a single?
He don't really need a single.
Nah.
And he got a single. He shot a video for something over there.
Yeah, I think we got to get that first. Though.
Oh, that shit.
But why?
No, he don't.
Why though? Why do you think you gotta do?
I just think, granted, yes, the album is going to do numbers. I think they're planning for this to do astronomical numbers.
Okay.
It will.
So you think without the single, it can't do that?
I'm not saying it can't. I just think I think this further secures it that it's going to do astronomical numbers. Like, again, you've been throwing out a bunch of stuff. Shit ain't really been sticking. I don't think a surprise drop just with no prep for it, no single off of it or nothing, I don't think you go that route.
I think that's the route you definitely go, because if you put the single out, you give the people an opportunity, whether biased or unbiased, to shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if niggas start shitting on it, then they might have negative reviews on your project when it drops.
I mean, I think whatever he do, niggas gonna shit on regardless. It's gonna be a group that's gonna shit
give
on.
y'all the whole project to shit on.
That's why I dropped it all
niggas
at
gonna
once.
stream.
We'll see.
Gonna go
You think
stream.
whatever he do, they gonna shit on it?
There are gonna
There's
be
gonna be
people
a
to shit on
percentage
it.
for
There's
sure.
a percentage
This shit,
of
hip hop
motherfuckers.
has been divided since
Yes.
that beef.
Yes.
It don't matter what he put out. It's going to be a whole
That's
group
true.
that's going to hate it and shit on it.
That nigga
It could
could
be
do-
the best album
Yeah.
ever. They will not admit it.
Some niggas gonna shit on it.
They're going to shit on it just because it's him.
Do you think on the album he's gonna say why he named the Iceman? Do we know why he named the
I
Iceman?
think he'll get into all of that shit.
Okay.
I think he's going to be very deliberate on this album.
I think so too. Yeah.
I'm trying to not get caught up in guessing release dates or expectations on the music, or I'm just let him do whatever he doing when it comes. I'll listen to it and give some thoughts.
think that-
But until then, I'm not going crazy.
If you just had to gauge, like just a gauge, 1 to 10, you think the
1 to 10
project
what?
would be what?
Oh, I have no
can't-
idea. I wouldn't even play myself like
I
that.
can't do that.
Yeah, it's super hard to say.
Really?
Super hard to say.
I agree with y'all. It's hard to say.
But I'm hearing that 40 is back, which gives me a different level of
confidence,
anticipation, and
Shout to 40.
excitement, because I'm a fan of what they do together.
Agreed.
I think recently there's been a lot of fans. Drake has just gotten a lot of fans of whatever he's been doing outside of 40. But 40 coming back, boy, wanted to know if that's happening.
Yeah.
Then I think he steps up to the plate and does what he's supposed to do. I will be disappointed if whatever we hear sounds like something we heard.
Word.
Because he's in a space. I'm assuming he's in a space. He done went through some shit he ain't never went through before.
Word.
That's
You
how
mean
come out of
lyrically
it.
or just sonically?
Just in life.
I mean, professionally.
no, I'm
life.
talking about sonically. If
Oh,
it
you mean
sounds
about
like
sound? Oh,
the music.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
lyrics.
Both.
Both. Yeah.
I hear. Excuse me. And
High expectations.
I think it's hard.
I hear that a lot, right, Joe? I hear that when you guys talk about his albums and you guys compare his albums to the classic ones. And the question I have for y'all is like, what are you guys expecting for him to hear? Isn't he evolving? So when he raps to something and he adjusts to something, he raps like that and he adjusts to that to cater. Like, what do we, or you guys that's Drake fans, expect to hear from him? Because you always go back to this album, I miss when he did this on Take Care, or this was fire. Like, obviously, if he go back there, it's going to sound dated, wouldn't he? So what are we expecting to hear?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to go back to that at all. I just
that
hope he
magic.
goes back to.
Like, struggle? What should he talk about, Paul?
No, fuck no. I just want bangers from Drake.
Yeah, I
I'll
just
be
want
honest.
slaps,
Like,
man.
I just want
I
slaps.
want more than that.
That would feel good.
Yeah.
Just bangers.
Yeah, just
Who
bangers.
cares?
Yeah.
Just let it bang.
Yeah.
I want more than. I want bangers. And I think he's gonna
Yeah,
have
more-
them.
yeah,
I
more
think
than-
it's gonna be his best album in a long time. Because I think the pressure is so high. I think he feels like this is a high stakes album. And so I think, you can't put out a stinker right now. I'd rather, and I think that's why I've been waiting. I think he's been like perfecting it. But I want some reflection on this album too. I want I don't want no more whining about the beef. I don't care if he reflects and talks about what happened, but I don't want no more. Everybody left me and abandoned me. I want him
You're getting.
Oh, you're getting some of that.
1,000%.
But that's part of the reflection.
Yeah.
But I want more than that because I've heard that already a little bit. So I just want more, and I think he's gonna give us more. I'm really expecting this to be one of his best albums yet.
I think he done sat his dumb ass down.
When I was sitting on a train.
Riding with Bloomberg.
Now, fucker. Now, this is what he want from Drake. He want the best shit ever.
I'm expecting it. I'm not demanding
No,
it. I just want it.
I think he's sat his ass down somewhere and ain't been outside as much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion.
Talk up.
I think I think it's gonna be all right. Probably like 7.5 at the least.
Do y'all think that the Atlanta features on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which ones though?
21 Savage, yes.
I think 21.
I think Lil Baby's on
I
there.
think Baby.
I think the Future one is the one I still don't know about.
No, they confirmed
What
it.
the?
Supposedly that Future's on his new project.
They confirmed it.
Y'all niggas way more into this than me. It been out here for weeks that Future is indeed on his project.
But from where? Who said? Who's confirming that?
The internet.
I'm saying I don't think the people that can confirm it are confirming
got you,
it. I
got
think
you,
we
got you,
just
It's a lot of speculation going
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
so
yeah.
people could say, yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
I told y'all.
Yeah,
It'd be a lot of that.
Lot of hoopla. Young Thug on it?
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope Future and Thug
yes.
are on there.
I'm going to
honestly.
say yes.
I'll say yes.
Yeah, I
Skipping
think so.
that.
Yeah?
You said what?
I don't want to hear Young Thug.
Really?
Not until he get back to himself. I don't think he's himself.
What's the
I
sound?
don't think he can get back to himself.
What do we want to hear from him?
Can't get back to himself.
Why?
That album he put out last year wasn't as bad as people made it out to me.
It wasn't as good.
It wasn't a great album.
I didn't say it was great. But
he
I
makes-
don't think that.
But he makes great music.
there was some dope shit on there.
I don't.
And that's the
I
problem.
think in a short dose, him with Drake is they'll make a banger.
I don't know if he can get back in that space that he needs to be in to make a banger.
Why?
His conditions.
Yeah.
He has to be sober.
Yeah, he's sober.
So
Oh yeah, that'll fuck you up.
Has to be.
Irony.
I tried writing sober one time. It was terrible.
this nigga's a fool, B. I hope it ain't too much. I hope he like
Concise.
yeah, and I hope he put a couple of them on the same song.
Okay.
Like just not have 4 different singles with 4 different Atlanta people. I hope he venture out a little bit.
Do we think the label business will be taken care of?
No, I
No,
don't think
not
they'll
really.
ever take care of it.
Not really. But I think he's got to drop regardless.
Yeah, I think God put a project out. I think
And see with that furthermore is why I think we need a single. The business ain't right. Who say they gonna push it that way? And nobody on that side could afford.
Single before album.
Yes,
But
single
if,
before album.
but if the label ain't supporting it, then the fucking single ain't gonna do no better.
But what
'cause they
happens
ain't gonna push
is,
it.
but what happens a lot is the people get behind the single. If he has a really good single, the label's gonna have no choice but to support it.
I mean, but look what happened with the Party record. They didn't really push a single, at least not one that worked. It was after the shit came out that Nokia.
And them shits did
Yeah,
work.
but that was
undeniable.
also, of course. But that was also an album that was not a solo Drake album, so we could afford to. If there is nothing that the people gravitate to, we can afford this album not doing certain numbers because this is not a Drake solo. We always got that in the tuck that this was a joint project over there. We talking about Drake's solo ICEMAN return album. After all of that, we can't take a L on this in no way.
I think he's banking on the fact that he can drop it cold and it'll do numbers because I think it will.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Dropping it cold. Let's see what you did there. Anyway, one of y'all kids in Toronto are gonna die when them ice blocks start falling. start falling. Y'all niggas is over there. That sledgehammer shit is a skill.
Yeah.
It's tough. They over there just breaking shit, ice falling on pedestrians. It's a mess out there. But I'm waiting for the music.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the music. I do like the fucking corny ice melting shit.
For sure.
I don't even think it's corny. It's
No,
something different.
I think that shit was different. It
Be
was
different.
It's creative.
Mad creative.
I remember when Kanye was doing Yeezus and you doing premieres on the side of the building. It was something different that we haven't seen. Like, oh shit, that's fly. I think if this album is ICEMAN and he been running with all these ice themes, a giant field of ice in the middle of the city, that's fire to me. I'm with it.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't wait. Need some summertime bangers, man. It's been a slow year.
Man.
It's been quiet.
Yeah, I want to hit a cold diss when Drake's out.
Never.
Shit.
It might be a little
He brought-
shade.
It might be
It's
something
coming.
in there, bro.
It's
You
coming.
gonna diss him?
Yes. I thought we had a bet about. Oh no, that was an old bet assumption. Yes, I think he getting dissed.
At
Like
least
this,
some
like
sneak
you can hide.
diss.
You can hide in the China League all you want, nigga.
Yeah.
Them niggas love Drake too.
It's gonna be at least a couple subs for sure.
I think it's gonna be some
Mentions or disses, bro? It's a difference.
Subs.
A mention is a diss to me.
Nah, it depends on the way you do it.
That's not.
I think he's gonna be honest. I
He
think
ain't about to mention him in a favorable light.
I think he's gonna be honest. No, I think he's gonna say some shit like, I understand why my nigga bowed out. I still didn't like it though. You know, some shit where you communicate like I thought that was fucked up, but I understand. Like some regular Drake
I wouldn't
shit.
take that as a diss.
We shoot.
No, I'm just saying. I'm shooting hard. Yeah. It's gonna be a soft diss. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be like a nice, light, honest diss. Not like fuck that nigga.
Who catching more diss? This is Drake, Cole or Braun?
Oh, that's interesting.
Braun by far.
You think he mentions Brian?
What?
Yes.
He didn't like that shit at all.
Or just Bronny?
I say Bryce might get it.
All on turn, go upside down, inside, all that shit. What? You just a sheep.
I thought he was sub Brian. I didn't think he was gonna name him.
He might not. But when he get finished playing with bad, that nigga, yo,
When is Memorial Day?
May 25th, 26th, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, last week of May.
Got it.
Yeah.
That seems like a good time.
I
Yeah,
agree.
25th.
Right.
I agree with y'all.
Perfect summer drop.
Yeah, I'm
And-
going 22nd then.
Long weekend, everybody's outside barbecuing and all that shit. Yeah.
I think by the time we have our Memorial Day barbecue, we will already know the songs on there. Like the album will be out and we'll be playing the shit at
That's
our
what I'm saying.
barbecue.
22nd,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Friday the 22nd.
No, I'm saying
No,
like
he's saying
I'm saying like
we'll
next
already
week. I
know.
think
You
this shit
gotta
coming
come
out
early.
Yeah, I think it's coming out a couple
Coming
weeks.
out
Yeah.
next 2
Oh
weeks.
shit.
Yeah, I think it's next 2 weeks.
Yeah, me too. If I had to guess.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We shall see.
We shall see. Have fun out there, Canadians. Chopping ice up.
Yeah, get to the bottom of it.
You to put that shit in fucking New York. Niggas would have had that date already.
Oh, what?
These niggas are soft.
Nigga that came out there with a propane torch, burning that shit.
For sure.
There's still
Lil
a
Rakim would have climbed under the bottom of that shit. Yo, just get one of them out, my nigga. I
can
got
get
this.
through there. I can get through there. I'm good.
Nigga would have been through there already. You crazy.
Ice tunnel in that motherfucker.
Now you see how phony the pod is. Now Drake is they man's now. But I will say over the last couple of weeks, I seen Joe talking about, yeah, the industry not the same without Drake. They need Drake for everybody to be successful. Drake is a part of the ecosystem. Did y'all see that a couple of days ago? If y'all didn't, go search it up. I'm too lazy to play the clip for y'all, but Joe did say that. And I saw Jim Jones saying the same thing when he was doing that interview with Griselda, or at least one half of Griselda. They was like, yo, we need Drake to come back and give us the slaps because Kendrick can't do that. I just think it's so funny. Number one, y'all saying this now after the beef. Then you got Joe who's saying this after he made millions of dollars. Now he got a $20 million a month Patreon, whatever he making off of Patreon. And now he like, you know what? Man, we miss Drake.
Drake?
now you miss Drake. Okay. That's funny to me. So now we see them talking about Drake is my mans. Look, am I expecting for this to be the best Drake album ever? I think realistically, I just want it to be a good album. I think I'm at that age where I'm done expecting my favorite artists to put out, you know, these crazy albums. Like back in the day when Kanye and Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole, they was all dropping around the same time, where it was like throughout the year you was waiting for those 4 artists. Those days are not, they're long behind us. We just looking for an album to come out with a few good songs that we can add to the playlist, okay? Because I keep telling y'all, we love Kendrick, we love J. Cole, we love Drake, but they approaching their 40s now. So they're older artists, essentially. And so I don't think we can expect peak Drake anymore. I don't think we can expect peak Kendrick and peak J. Cole, okay? J. Cole might be done rapping, okay? And so I'm just like, look, if they can give us some good songs for the playlist, I'm cool with that. And I know some of y'all not gonna agree with what I just said in the comments, but I'm just being real, okay? Because we've been listening to these artists for so long, and then when they drop a project, we got a lot of grown people who be sad and they on the internet, why is this J. Cole album not fire? Well, J. Cole been rapping forever. He's told us his whole story. What don't we know about J. Cole? What don't we know about Drake? What don't we know about Kendrick? You see what I'm saying? It got like that for Jay. Hey, nigga, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And so, yeah, I'm not expecting, you know, this to be some life-changing album. I just want it to be good. I just want it to have some hits, okay? The features, I've heard people talking about Future might be on the album. If I was gonna assume, I think it might be the usual suspects, right? It's usually a Travis Scott feature. It's usually a singer that we never heard of before, or some of the singers that we've seen on some of his previous albums. I think it's going to be a regular Drake album where it's some rap songs, some pop songs, some R&B songs. He might. I don't think he'll do the UK drill song anymore. I think he's over that wave, but we might get a Latin song, little reggaeton song, you know what I'm saying? And that will be the album. That's usually how Drake, creates his albums and these projects, and that's what I'm expecting. I'm sure 21 Savage will be on the album, and that's really all I can confirm right now. I'm thinking Travis Scott and 21 Savage. Everybody else is a is a toss up, but I know it's gonna be some singers on there. You know what I'm saying? Does Drake need a single? It would be nice. I think if Drake is doing all of this stuff with the ICE and all of this promo and advertising, we already know he shot something, a video or something. I'm sure a single is going to come out with this album. Now, will he be dissing in the album? I think at this point, it's no reason for him to just go all out and just Kendrick, J. Cole, and maybe some Rick Ross disses. I think it's over with. I think at this point, rap and sneak diss. Do the Jay-Z role where you talking about people gotta dissect it and they gotta kind of really pay attention. Oh, he was talking about this, so that means he was talking about J. Cole, he was talking about LeBron. I think he needs to do that, because I've heard him diss LeBron already. I haven't really heard him say anything about J. Cole, but we've heard everybody else get dissed. I don't think we need to hold out for ICEMAN for Drake to do one particular song where he's just talking about J. Cole. And by the way, J. Cole didn't really do him dirty, because at the end of the day, was this supposed to be a 2-on-1? Was J. Cole supposed to be the one guy going against him and going against Kendrick and everybody else along with Drake? To be honest with y'all, when I look back on it, I think J. Cole would have looked dumb even trying to do this J. Cole and Drake versus Kendrick. You know what I mean? And I guess somebody was gonna step in for Kendrick. What would it be, The Game or somebody from TDE? And now it's TDE versus Drake and J. Cole. Like, it would have been dumb. Did he have to apologize? No. But I think it was smart of him to just fall back, let it just be Drake and Kendrick. And I think that's the battle we wanted anyway. It would have looked crazy if... See, it was different when the LA dudes and the New York dudes was going back and forth, that whole thing with Joey Badass recently. But it seemed like it wasn't really no real animosity. Everybody was just rapping and having fun. When we have heard for years that Kendrick and Drake don't like each other, that's what we wanted. We didn't want to see, you tag in your other light-skinned mans and now we gonna go for a battle. By the way, the podcast is so light-skinned now. I was looking at it while I was recording this, and I'm like, damn, it's a lot of light-skinned people in one room. Mona light-skinned, Ish light-skinned, Joe Budden light-skinned, Parks was white. This is one of them light-skinned pod. The Joe Budden podcast is like the Golden State Warriors now, full of light-skinned people, okay? Anyway, yeah, I don't think Drake need to be doing direct disses right now. Focus on the hits, focus on the music, and everything else will fall in place, And so, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Also, by the way, I don't like this angle for Drake. Like, why do Drake look like a Chad in this picture? Like, why did he look like so handsome? Pause. I'm just being real. This is a real good angle. Like, that's the thing about Drake. Like, sometimes he got angles where he looked like Black Homer Simpson, and then other times, he looked like a Chad or something. Or was this like a Photoshop picture? Did he put a filter on this picture? I don't know. He just kind of looked too perfect right here. Okay. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about what the pod had to say. Is Joe and the rest of the pod being a little fake after how they contributed to the Kendrick and Drake beef, or can they let bygones be bygones and they just want some good music. Let me know in the comments. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.